He was definitely a strong believer of collaboration within his team. It's not about comparisons or rewards. Coach Wooden states, at the end of every game, everyone here should be capable of walking to the mirror and looking at themselves and saying to themselves, I did the best I could. That stating, maybe that could be something that you could apply to your own lives. Yes, not everything's going to be perfect. Yes, we're going to try and do our best. But can you go home and say, that is the best I could do today? It's what you learn after you know it all that counts the most. This is another very strong point the book made. Coach Wooden states, the purpose of self-improvement is, of course, to help students improve. The coach must continually be exploring for ways to improve himself in order that he may improve others and welcome every person and everything that can be helpful to him. A wise motto might be, others too have brains. And that was a pretty funny statement because it basically goes to show you that you are not perfect. I'm not perfect. Everyone in this room is not perfect, but we strive for perfection. And that's totally okay. I mean, it's good to know that you can still improve, you can still learn, you can still be better for your students. His improvement method basically started with a goal, uncovering all possible about a specific subject, draw conclusions, and apply it to his teaching. His method of improvement through research included research being conducted during the off-season, defining research questions, selecting a sample, developing a survey instrument to measure the different things that were being measured, process and procedure, data collection, data analysis, and drawing conclusions. Coach Wooden believed that improvement had to be gradual. You may not have a big success one day, and that's okay, but improving things day by day will definitely end in success. He stated, when you improve a little each day, eventually big things occur. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but eventually a big gain is made. Don't look for the big, quick improvement. Seek the small improvement one day at a time. That's the only way it happens, and when it happens, it lasts. And it's true, not every day is going to be perfect, and you just have to keep going and just try to make one thing better one day at a time. You can't teach what you don't possess. In the book, it stated that passion is a prerequisite for deep subject matter knowledge. So basically, when you're passionate about something, you definitely take the time to learn as much as you can about it. Fundamentals are needed for higher order learning to occur. Anytime that you want to take it to the next step, take it to the next level, you have to have your basic fundamentals to help you get there. Coach Wooden states, excuse me. Let me get back to there. Okay. Coach Wooden states, there are fundamentals to reading, spelling, writing, mathematics, and most every school subject. For English, the teacher should not assume that the students are accomplished in the fundamentals such as proper spelling technique, sentence structure, and reading. Although it may seem mundane and routine, regular practice in the basics strengthens the students' foundations in those areas. Basically stating that we can't keep going and forget about the basics. It's all about the basics. And in the end, it'll show. Especially, I know that in the book it talked about very close games with other universities. And in the end, it came down to the basics. It came down to the fundamentals within, and they won 1 point difference. So when it gets to the crunch times with your students, it'll definitely show if they understand the basics or not. Okay, so the coach had 2 different sets of teams within his one large team, and his starting team was called the regulars. So coach did not choose the regulars based on physical talent or ability alone. He had a very, very different approach, different from many coaches, and that approach was teamwork. It didn't matter if his star player was at the top of his game, super athletic. What mattered was, could he work with his teammates? And that was a big thing. He didn't want individual showy players that weren't ready to work with the team. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Coach Wooden stated, Swen stated, for Coach Wooden, each day is an opportunity to create a masterpiece. No improvement should be wasted, and improvement, and even if it's just slight, must be made in every area. He learned a valuable lesson. Yearly planning and detailed lesson plans maximize student learning. Basically stating that you have to plan for things to improve. You can't just wing it and expect, I guess, big success.